So Renaud, that first half was like just a proper league game, wasn't it? I mean, it's two sides who know each other pretty well. Obviously, a bit of spice probably hanging over from last year. It flew that first 45.
Yeah, I mean, I had a chance to congratulate Warrington, Toby and Bees, on the promotion. Fantastic achievement. We want to wish them all the best in the National League North next season. But it was key for our preparation that we played the sides like, your Barrows, your Altrinchams, your Warringtons. We're going to give us a really good test. And, so far so good. We've come out of it in really good shape. I thought first half we were exceptional. A little bit disappointed on conceding the goal the way we did. I thought it was a foul leading up to it, but that's just my opinion. But some of the football was tantalising, scintillating. Our movement behind the number 9, Max Kane, link play up the 3, getting behind, our full-back rotations, our Donahue breaking from deep areas, Charlie, and then as a back four we were good. And then obviously Pat's made up some great saves tonight, and it's credit because Warrington have tested us, given us a really good test, but all in all, delighted to get another 90 minutes under our belts to come through it injury-free. And now we can look forward to the game against Winsford on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, the tempo of the game in the first half, I mean, it was like, it's probably, I think of the 3 games, it's the one, probably 45 minutes the first half I enjoyed the most because it just fizzed by. It was one of where I looked at my watch and I was like, is that really 35 minutes already? Because, there's the intensity was right. You could tell sort of the players are starting to get to know each other, so you can see the shapes and patterns of play all starting to emerge. And there's that bit of familiarity that makes sort of like the game for them easy and makes it easy on the eye to watch.
And it was good because Warrington tested us as well, especially in wide areas when Buckley Ricketts was springing out of full-back areas. But we knew that we could get the press right, the block right, and then we could get on the front foot. And I think we did it time and again. I think we had, 6-7 chances in the first half, which we could do better with. They've got 2 or 3, they test Pat. But all in all, it was a really good game. Bees will be happy that they've got 90 minutes under the belt. We're happy we've got 90 minutes under our belt, but it is pre-season. We're still getting to know each other. There's nothing won or lost in pre-season, but it is coming together, nicely. But, it doesn't matter. You look at our full-back areas, whether or not it's Guy or Lewis, or it's tonight Ethan or Pav, whether or not it's Jan, Charlie or Curtis, whether or not it's, Charlie, Griff, Donna's Deck, and then behind the 3 behind the 1. We haven't even got Keane Baru back yet. We haven't got Dante Gavin on back yet, and we've got another striker joining the side on Thursday. So, we've got options everywhere. People say it's a good headache to have. I'm not sure, Tim. I think the sleepless nights will come in, but at the minute, the group are brilliant to work with. We wanted to stamp our DNA. We wanted to be young. We wanted to be hungry. We wanted to be excited, good on the eye. And I think, over the first 4 games, we've been that. And we've got goals and we've got wins as well. So, pleased with the start, but we know we've got a lot more work to do yet.
Yeah, I know we've got a couple of gems in the likes of Donahue, and Curtis has been exceptional this pre-season so far. Real Rolls Royce performances every time he turns out. We're starting to see some of the quality. Sort of Charlie Oliver was a very close shout for the radio man of the match. He nearly got it until that last save gave it to Pat Boys. And then Charlie Monroe, I think we really saw his quality tonight.
I likened him to somebody in the dressing room at half time. He knows who it was, but the way he plays, the way he strolls around the park, he is top draw. He very, very rarely wastes a pass. He's really good size. He's got the experience of playing higher. He's probably got one of his best mates behind him in Charlie Oliver. But it's all about relationships. It's all about playing together, getting used to each other. And there's been lots of conversations that we've had as individuals or as a team so far, and you can see that dressing room really coming together. Not only the football-wise, but friendship as well. And they're beginning to trust each other. And the key thing is, go and make mistakes on the football pitch. Go and get it wrong at times, and then put your arms around each other and look after each other and get your heads back up. Because there'll be times this season where we get loads of things right, but the result won't be right. Or we get loads of things wrong, and then we sneak a win at the end. And that's kind of where we're at. At the minute, it's good. The lads are adapting to the new style of play. But we know over the course of a season, there are ups and downs. At the minute, we're on an up because we've played really well against like Altrincham, Barrow, Altrincham, Clapton, and tonight Warrington. But we've got to replicate that now against your Winsford, your Longridge, and Stocksbridge, and so on, and just get ready for the season. But this is just a training session. I've got to stress people, it's a training session. It's us getting used to each other, and I couldn't be more delighted. I can't go away from here, being unhappy. But I'm loving. I've got a real new buzz about me. I'm loving working with this group, and they're exciting and they're great to work with. So hopefully it will continue.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on sleepless nights a few moments ago. I mean, it's difficult to see because there are so many players competing for each position, and we know the constraints of the squad in terms of basically we've got to reduce the number. We can't keep 30 players basically on the books. Frankly, basically, I don't envy your job.
No, and people have said that tonight. If you look at who started in there tonight with young Keegan, Elliot and Jay, Max, throwing Matty Van Wyk, throwing Dante, throwing Keane, throwing Nick Bellardo, who's joining us. It's throwing Damara though. It's options everywhere. Young Joe. The key thing for me is the lads know how we play, and if we can't get him in here, we get him at other places. We invited a couple of managers here tonight who I've spoken to about maybe looking after 4 or 5 of our players who aren't just quite there yet. But it's going to be tough. But the one thing that the lads know they can't do is step off. They can't, because if Ennis or Griffiths don't get a shirt and Donahue and Munro and McLaughlin do, if one of them has an off day, they're going to be banging the door down, and they want them to do well, but also they want to play. If it's Jan, if it's Curtis, if it's Charlie, the fullback areas, it's a real fight on their hands for fullback areas. Lewis and Guy, they'll have to go toe to toe with each other. Literally, is going to be a fisticuff who gets the shirt, but they're both giving us such a good account of themselves. And I think the demands that we place on our fullbacks, 12.5, 13k, 50 overlapping runs in each half, they're both going to get equal game time, and it's up towards the management team and the physio team to keep everyone fresh, but knowing that somebody can take someone else's shirt. But if we're serious about doing well this season, then we've got to be serious about rotating players and not putting people through pain barriers and risking injuries, etc. And that's crucial. That was crucial to increasing the budget slightly. It was crucial to meet the aims of the business plan, because if we can carry 17, 18, then we've got a real chance of doing well this season. And just on that, Tim, I think the most pleasing thing for me this evening was Joe Winskull came to me just at the end of the game. So what do you think? He said, I didn't get to see a lot of it. He said, when I was talking to a guy up in the stands who was up in an hour whether or not to get a season ticket, and he's gone and signed up straight away. He said the football's tantalising. He said it's absolutely exceptional, and we've always tried to play that way. Suspensions, injuries, budget's not going to fruition, whatever it may be, didn't enable us to get over the line last season. But with an extra little bit of work, it's key to what we do. We know we haven't got bundles of money, but just that little bit more has helped us. And if it pleads to get the season tickets, I know times are tough, but I'd hate for this budget not to come to fruition now because of the players that we've got here. They're not mercenaries by any stretch of the imagination, but if we can carry 17, 18 and that little bit more can go that bit, then we'll be delighted. And our promise back to the fans is that we'll ensure that we've got a young, hungry, fast, attacking football side that's good on the eye. So, whoever that gentleman was tonight, brilliant. Thank you to everyone that's got their season tickets already. And, talking to sleepless nights, if we can get to that 1,000 mark really quickly, then we can really start planning and get into grips with things. But we know we've got quite a long way to go yet, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, that's just to reiterate, basically, the season ticket support the business plan. Business plan supports the budget for the playing squad. The playing squad is not going to get more money individually because of the season tickets. It just means we've got more players to choose from, and we don't find ourselves in a position where we're having to do last-minute loans or, sort of blood academy players when perhaps we choose not to at that moment.
That's it. That is it in a nutshell. If people want to talk about it, the values of it, the values of the business plan, the vision, the budget increase, and let's have a chat about it. But I know, I've just gone upstairs and I've just, committed to fund the foundation. Me, Molly and Jack have paid up, given a direct debit because, me as a member, me as a fan or a manager, I want rid of the debt. I want to, even though I'm manager, I want the football club to do well on and off the field. Help us do well on the field by getting your season tickets, help us to do well off the field by paying off our debt. Let's go and sign up. And I know it's a big ask, it's always money, but we're all striving for the same goal, and it's for the football club to be successful. And I'm committed. I've probably got as much of a buzz I've got this pre-season that I had in maybe day one when I came to the club, and I'm really excited. And that excitement doesn't just come from me, it comes from the board, the strategic vision, the growth of the board, the committees that are doing their bit, the women's team doing their bit, the academy, the first team, all the staff, whether your volunteers or staff doing their bit. And we've got a real buzz now. You can sense there's a togetherness and there's a hunger around the football team. And that doesn't mean we're going to win leagues or get promoted or, get to the FA Cup first round, but it does help us along the way. And like I said, I'll do anything to make this football club good and help it achieve its objective. And that's our promise. And we'll get the right players in who buy into the football club. And if people don't know, one of the things that we say, all the players are members of the football club. They'll sign up to be members because it's one club, it's our club, and that's big for me. That's big for me. But I can just sense around the club there's a buzz. People that you speak to, and my job is now to try and keep people happy and keep people entertained. And come 3 o'clock on a Saturday, the most important time of the week, and 2 o'clock on a Sunday for the girls, obviously, that people are ready to go, and I'm ready to go now, and hopefully this new group will do what they've got to do, and keep working hard.
All we can ask.
All you can ask, Tim, and big thanks to all the fans that have turned up again. We put Warrington behind us, we do the analysis, we get ready for Winsford now on Saturday, and hopefully we see some Reds down there.
Hi Pat, congratulations FCUM Radio Man of the Match. Another fantastic performance at Broadhurst Park. How did you find it?
Yeah, it was good opposition again. We've played some good opposition, so I thought I did well. Yeah, all the boys helped me out as well. It's nice having them four in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you thought you were in for a hard night. Quite early on, basically, you were sort of like left a bit weirdly like one-on-one, and basically you got down quickly to your left. I mean, you're a tall guy, about 6'4"?
6'3", 6'4", yeah.
6'3", 6'4". Well, everyone adds an inch, don't they? You got down so quickly.
Yeah, that's my job, isn't it? So the boys help me out in front, I try to help them out as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a consistent sort of like feature of your play, basically, your reactions and basically your agility. I mean, even in the last minute of the game, probably what tips it to give you the man of the match, basically, you were down at that left post so quickly, so low as well, and a strong hand to get it round the post.
Yeah, well, I owe the boys favours as well. They bail me out, I'll bail them out. That's how it works. It's football.
Okay, so just in terms of basically sort of introduced to FC United, so you've joined us on loan from Fleetwood.
I have, yeah.
You joined Fleetwood from Hartlepool.
Yeah, end of last year.
End of last season, and you actually played FC here.
I did,
for Liversedge on loan.
For Liversedge last year. Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah. So what were your memories of that day?
Just the fans, they were class, and they've been class again tonight. All the games have turned up and sang us along.
Yeah, so you understand obviously the sort of like the standard of football that we play here. I mean, basically it's a few divisions down from Fleetwood, but it's a good level of football, isn't it?
100%. The gaffer likes to play, and that suits me. So I like to play football. It's better than just lumping it up the top. We like to play out, and he lets people make mistakes as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably the thing we've seen most of you play is obviously your action saves. We've got any other attributes you'd say as a goalkeeper?
Oh, I don't know. I just like to do my job. Maybe sweep up a little bit at the back if something goes wrong. Something plays through. I'll play quite high.
Okay, and obviously one of the sort of the big trends in football at the moment is goalkeepers being that extra man at the back playing with the feet. How do you find that?
Yeah, definitely fits into my game. Again, the gaffer likes that, so I've been playing high, playing with my feet. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah,
and obviously you've played basically in front of quite a few back fours in the last few sort of like literally 4 games. Obviously, and we were changing pretty much the back four. I mean, Charlie Oliver was very good again. Very close shout for man of the match again. Do you getting that early chemistry?
Yeah, definitely. As soon as I walked in, all the boys were class me. So was the gaffer. So build it with the back four, and the rest of the boys are class too.
Right. Okay. Fantastic. And it's so important. Ultimately, is that block of 5, basically, the 2 full-backs and centre halves. You have that chemistry.
Yeah. Well, we had a long journey on the bus on Saturday with them all, and they were all class. So the journey went quicker.
Yeah, I can imagine. Good bonding opportunity, I think, is what you've got to put that down to.
It was all class, so.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Nice one, thank you.
Another great performance, basically. I'm sure you probably would have been close man of the match on another couple of occasions, but you won it tonight, so you're FCUM Radio Man of the Match. Congratulations.
Perfect. Thank you.
And
really appreciate
welcome
it.
to FC.
Thank you.